Hello beautiful souls, welcome to my newest pick a card reading, and this one is titled You 5 years ago versus you now versus you 5 years from now. So this reading will have 3 parts to it, 3 different sections. First we'll look at you 5 years ago, then we'll look at your present energies, and then we'll look into the future 5 years from now if you continue on your path. Today there's going to be 3 different options. There are these 3 stones here. My boyfriend got them for me, and so I don't know what any of them are actually. So he found them. So if you do know what the stone's name is, go ahead and let me know in the comments below, especially this one here. It's kind of like purple and green and clear. It's just really pretty. I don't know if you guys can see it that good, but it's really, really pretty. The lighting's not all that great in here. But yeah, so there's going to be 3 different decks that you can choose from. This reading may run a little bit long, so if you don't have a lot of time right now, it may be best to kind of save it in like the watch later, or come back to it another time where you do have some time to watch through the video so you can get through all the sections. I'm not sure if it'll be like super long. I've never done a reading like this, but it could be, so I'm just letting you guys know prior. So number 1, number 2, number 3, use your intuition, choose the deck you're most drawn to. You can choose the stone, just whatever method works best for you guys, and I'll see you at your pick. Alrighty, those of you who chose number 1, this stone here, I think it is red jasper is what it looks like to me, but I'm not really sure. So we're just going to go ahead and start off with you 5 years ago. So the first card is your zodiac card, and this is going to talk about the overall energy surrounding you 5 years ago. And you have Libra. This energy is diplomatic and gracious. It seeks harmony and balance in relationships. So you either had very balanced relationships, or you were always seeking balance. I feel like you were a very balanced person emotionally, spiritually, and you had equal give and take when it comes to your relationships. Maybe that's just friendships depending on your age, and with your family members. Okay, sorry about the lighting. I know it's really weird, but it's really late here. All right, and then the planet card is going to talk about the part of your personality that was most prominent 5 years ago. And you have the sun, your immortal spirit. Purpose and destiny is involved. So you definitely were living your purpose 5 years ago, or you were seeking your purpose and your destiny. Beautiful energy, so you're very balanced. You were definitely shining very brightly like the sun. You were very seen. It's like you had an inner sense of your purpose and inner knowing. Your light was shining very brightly 5 years ago. Very, very bright. All right, and then the house card, this is going to talk about the area of your life most affected for you 5 years ago. And it says the 3rd house, your potential to learn something and your local neighborhood. So you could have possibly been in school 5 years ago, or studying something. Yeah, but you were definitely learning a lot of stuff 5 years ago, and information that probably brought you a lot of use now, and 5 years later, I'm sure. So everything looks very balanced. You're living your purpose. You've been doing some type of studying, or even being involved with the neighborhood somehow. All right, so the next card is your unicorn angels, and it says look for the unexpected today. Surprise! So you may have had a lot of fun and exciting surprises, things that have come into your life that really that were really unexpected. Maybe 5 years ago, a lot of wonderful unexpected blessings happened for you. 31 could be a prominent number. Maybe that's the day you were born for some reason. I'm getting that. All right, and then the part of you that was healing 5 years ago is pay attention to the signs. So I feel like you were, there we go, that's way better. I feel like you were very in tune with the signs and the signals from the universe and your angels. I feel like this is something that you are currently mastering. Maybe this is something you were studying, but you definitely were connected with your angels. Even if you happen to be going through some type of spooky or difficult time, 5 years ago, you still shined your light. So I feel like your light is super bright, and no matter what you were going through, you were always able to keep your light with you. I feel like you have a very strong spirit and a very strong soul. But yeah, you were able to shine your light in the dark places, and you were able to follow the signs and your intuition. And then you have individuality, which I love this card. So you definitely were your true authentic self. You weren't afraid to shine your light, be an individual, be uniquely you. You definitely were fully, authentically you 5 years ago, for sure. And all this stuff you could still be, you know, this doesn't mean that this is just past energy and this is not what you are anymore. You probably still are this. I don't see why you would lose this part of yourself. It's very beautiful. And then you got dreams. Dreams are an expression of collective experiences combined with messages from the spirit world. So I feel like you probably were really connected with your dreams, and you followed the signs and the symbols that your dreams gave you. You know, I feel like you've always kind of understood, consciously or unconsciously, that your dreams are a way for the spirit realm to relay messages to you and to guide you. So I feel like, you know, you definitely were guided through your experiences 5 years ago, definitely. And you were able to pay attention to those signs and still be yourself. And then you got Watchtower of the East, spring. So I feel like 5 years ago, any kind of seeds you had planted were starting to spring up. You were starting to be able to kind of reap the rewards of whatever you were doing. Maybe you finished school, maybe, you know, a fulfilling relationship and it just blossomed. But something definitely happened for you. You were definitely growing due to all the work and all the seeds that you had planted. You were able to see the fruits of your labor in some way, and that could just be as simple as like finishing high school, raising your child to another year, you know, just whatever it is to you. You definitely felt successful, and you were able to see some of your dreams and wishes come into fruition. And then this is your romance angel, and it says, give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. So I feel like this ties along with the Libra. So I feel like you may have been in a relationship that didn't need maybe a little bit of work, a little bit of balancing 5 years ago. I'm not sure if you guys are still together or not, but I feel like you did have to give your relationship a chance. I feel like there might have been moments where you wanted to give up on this union, and, you know, just something in you, whether that be your intuition or your guides, you know, they told you to kind of give this a chance. Now, whether you did that or not, I'm not sure. These are past energies. So yeah, guys, that looks beautiful. So that's all I have for you guys for 5 years ago. So now let's look at you now. See you bad girls now. All right, so the Zodiac card is going to talk about the overall energy surrounding you. And you got Pisces. And it says, this energy is wistful, endlessly loving, compassionate, and forgiving. It confuses and softens resolve. And I never understand that last line. That's why I always start out, because it's just weird to me. But anyways, so you definitely are in a dreamy state. You're very loving, compassionate, and forgiving. Just kind of the go with the flow vibes with you. And then the planet card is going to talk about the part of your personality currently being affected. And it says Venus, the part of you desires beauty, success, indulgence, and valuables. So you definitely are wrapped up in the pleasures of life right now. You're enjoying love. you know, beauty, desires. You probably are really into how you look and how you present yourself, and your relationships are huge for you. Love is very big for you. And you also have loving and compassionate and forgiving. I feel like your energy is just really loving and kind and sweet right now. And then the last card is the card that is currently the house card. And this is a part of your life that's being affected right now. And it says the 5th house, where you have fun, romance, create things you are proud of, which is amazing. So I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that the sun is in the 5th house, and you got the sun in your first thing. So I feel like you still are exuding this energy of the sun. You still are shining yourself. Maybe you are putting a lot of that inner light into some type of art form. That doesn't necessarily have to be like drawing. It could be music, you know, whatever your art is, whatever your craft is. You see how these cards are similar? So it's like right now you're super creative, your creative juices are flowing, but you are just still kind and sensitive and sweet. It's like this fire and water, like this hot and cold energy that's just very beautiful, but definitely more passionate with these cards here. But yeah, I feel like you're just into having a good time right now, romance, creating things, love, desires. Yeah, you're really wrapped up in the finer things of life currently. All right, and then we have the Queen of the Unicorns. You are blessed with love, compassion, and wisdom. I love this. Look how that went along. Compassion, love, forgiving, and then this one says wisdom. So you are blessed with these beautiful blessings. You are probably just the sweetest, kindest soul in the whole world. Like, you just sound amazing. You're probably very good with children. You probably have children possibly, or will be a very, very great mother. Wow. All right, this is your healing card. So this is going to talk about the area you're currently healing, and it says rejection. Interesting. So in some way, maybe that's how you became this compassionate and loving and forgiving and wise soul, is because maybe you had to experience rejection in the past, and you've learned to love yourself. And by loving yourself, you're able to love others, you know, unconditionally. Maybe you had a fear of being rejected. You know I have definitely struggled with this. I've always always wanted everyone to like me, you know, and that's just impossible. That's just not realistic. And, you know, I was afraid to be rejected by others. I felt like, you know, how other people thought of me was what I am. But, you know, what I am is what I believe to be and what I agree with, you know, and if I don't, you know, it's like, it's kind of that kind of sense. So this is something I'm currently learning. But yeah, some way rejection is something you're working on now or have already overcome. This, you know, this doesn't mean that you necessarily have to be working on it right this second. You could have overcome this. All right, and then you have rigid. And so I feel like you're just kind of coming out of a rough time, because it's kind of rocky, kind of rigid. And, you know, you're starting to see the light on things. You're definitely starting to share your message, share your truth. I feel like you've really been balancing out your mind, your body, and your spirit. Yeah, and you're ready to take this leap. You're ready to go over the wall and see the light and go play again. You want to have fun again. All right, and then you got meditation. Meditation will transport you to a place of bliss at any desired time of the day. So you may currently be meditating quite a bit. However that is that you quiet your thoughts. It doesn't necessarily have to be the standard way of meditation, just whatever is meditative to you. Yeah, and I feel like that's what's helping you, you know, get more in tune with that fun nature, that inner child, that artistic side, that creative side. But, you know, I feel like you're still very, very sensitive to the energies. All right, and then you got Pentacle, respect. So I'm getting multiple different messages on this one. So you're probably demanding some respect from others. Maybe you have been walked on or haven't always stood up for yourself, but I feel like you are finally placing that seal and you're asking for some respect. This is a pentacle as well, so you could also be really working on creating more finances for you, setting out stability, kind of working on the earthly things, or, you know, it could be both of those things. All right, and this is your romance angels. This is your current love energy. Okay, it says wedding. This situation involves marriage. So if you're single, this could be something that you're really seeking. You know, you're not trying to just, you know, have these meaningless relationships. I feel like you really do want a deep bond, a deep commitment, and you're looking for something real. Now, if you're already with someone, you kind of are starting to see this person as someone you really could marry. I feel like maybe in the past you were kind of closed off, but now you are here looking over that rocky wall and you're like, you know, I kind of see a light here. Like, I see the light. And, you know, you want to maybe possibly tie the knot with this person. All right, so that is your current energies. Now we get to the fun part, or at least for me, I always like kind of looking into the future. Let's check out your future energies. So this first card is going to be, again, your overall energy 5 years from now. And you have Cancer. This energy is emotional, sensitive, caring, and loving. It may concern family and a mother of a child. Like I said, you know, you could be having some babies, or you might already be a mother. Same kind of energy. Pisces and Cancers are similar. I'm not going to say they're exactly the same, but you know, that loving, compassionate, caring, sensitive nature, really nurturing. 5 years from now, I see family and home being a huge thing for you. That's going to be basically everything to you, just your family, your home, and those you love. All right, and then next card is your planet card. This is going to talk about the part of your personality most affected 5 years from now. Oh, I love it. You guys got the best reading. Okay, so it says Vesta, the goddess within, your sacred spiritual center and quiet dignity. So yeah, you are going to awaken that goddess within. You're going to be bursting with passion, love, sensitivity. You're going to be amazing. You're going to be so great. And it's because I feel like it's because you've always been so kind and so sweet and loving and caring, and you are just going to awaken a side of you that is just goddess-like. The goddess within you, your sacred spiritual center. You're going to be totally centered, totally aligned. Wow. Beautiful, guys. I'm so excited for you. Like, this reading is just getting more and more intense. Okay, so then you have the house card. This is going to talk about the part of your life that's going to be most affected 5 years from now. And you have the sixth house, the work, health, and duty area of your life. Like I said, yeah, you're going to be really focused on those like everyday things. You're going to be focused on your work, your health, your family, you know. You're going to be shining that inner goddess. It seems like you've been shining your light since you stepped on this earth. Throughout everything, all those readings, the 5 years ago, the present, and in the future, you're always shining your light. You are probably a light worker. You're just a beautiful energy. And this energy, like, is unbelievable. Like, hair more yellow. You're just bright. You light people up. You know, and I feel like you're never going to stop doing that. And you've been doing that since you come here. And I'm getting the chills. Like, wow, guys. You're amazing. You're so cool. Like, wow. I'm so happy you guys are here lighting up the world. You wonderful, beautiful souls. Okay, so then we got Archangel Michael. Use the sword of truth to help the world. Yeah, like I said, light worker, you're going to use your truth to help the world. Light workers come here to shine their light and to help others who need it. And I love it. You're definitely going to be sharing your truth with the world, whatever that be. This is your healing card. So this may be an area that you'll be working on, or eventually will conquer. And it's how teachable are you? Okay. So this card talks about, excuse me, you know, you've learned a whole bunch of information, you know a whole lot on a certain subject, but are you still willing to learn? You know, are you still teachable? Are you going to be stuck in your ways and kind of be like, no, this is kind of how it is. This is how it's always been. You know, are you still teachable? Are you willing to learn? Are you know what I mean? So that's going to be something you're going to have to go through. Just being able to be open to new ideas and new information, and, you know, continue to be an open person. So not too bad. Seems like you know, a pretty easy one. And then you have chaos. Okay, so I'm gonna match this with the witchlings, just get some clarification here. Motivation. Motivation kindles the passion and energy needed in working towards your goals. Okay, so maybe things might be a little bit chaotic when it comes to keeping yourself motivated. But I feel like you have the drive in you to keep going. I feel like there may be a moment like in your life 5 years from now where you may just not be as motivated as you used to be to doing the things that you love. And now I'm understanding this. Like that kind of happened to me. Once I had kids, like you get really involved in your family life and you get kind of caught up in the everyday task, which makes sense right here with the 6th house. So you might have kind of be having to rekindle that spark of passion inside you to remember to do the things that you love. Because remember, in your present, you're doing everything that you love, you're having a good time. And in this one here, it's a lot about service and family and home life. So maybe you'll have to be rekindling that spark of passion and getting that motivation to keep doing what you love and enjoying the pleasures of life and not getting so serious, okay? And then we have homeland, foundation. Like I said, your home, like your foundation, that's your main focus. That's going to be your main thing, is making sure you're taken care of. You could even be, you know, caring for people across the globe in some way with your knowledge. It doesn't necessarily have to be that. You could be traveling and teaching people. Or, you know, I really feel like this is just another confirmation about like how important home life is going to be for you, how important your family is going to be for you. You know, if you already have one, this is going to continue for you. This is a big deal for you. This is your creative passion. All right, and then the last card is your romance angel, and this is kind of your love situation 5 years from now. And it says, let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. So you're going to have to learn about in 5 years from now, kind of just to allow things to just unfold as they are, not try to control them so much. And I feel like you'll be trying to control things so much just because you care so much for your family. See how she's like protecting this girl here, and I feel like you're always going to be trying to shelter and protect all those that you love instead of allowing, you know, situations to come, you know, kind of a little bit overbearing. So you're just going to be learning the lesson of just allowing things to unfold and allowing things to be, and kind of release and have more faith and let go of your need to kind of control those situations around those you love. And I feel like it's just out of the fact that you love your family so much and you're just super protective. So that's what I'm getting for you guys. If you made it to the end of this video, please give it a thumbs up so I know y'all are watching. Subscribe if you like, comment down below if this resonated for you. And yeah, I love you guys so much. Bye. All right, those of you who chose number 2, this green stone, this reading is for you guys. So first energies we're going to be getting into is you 5 years from now. The first card is the Zodiac card. So this is going to talk about the overall energy you were exuding 5 years ago. Excuse me if I'm a little bit shaky. I just drank a whole cup of coffee. So you have Sagittarius. The energy imbues power, superior, confidence, enthusiasm with faith, good fortune, and authority. So you definitely were very optimistic. When I say words, only because we're talking about 5 years ago, does not mean that you're not this anymore. Like in reading number 1, their energy was pretty much very fluent and the same throughout their, you know, their journey. But anywho, so very lucky, enthusiastic, confident, just like a really good time. You're like a party time, good time, really fun to be around. Very fun energy. And then the planet card is going to talk about the part of your personality affected 5 years ago. It says Uranus, your potential for sudden change, enlightenment, and awakening. So something 5 years ago could have sparked an awakening in you. Comment that down below if this is correct. If around 5 years ago you started your journey, or you kind of started become enlightened or awakened. And I love how these cards are the red and the blue. So I feel like you were super balanced, like between hot and cold. Like you had both aspects to your personality. This is really cool because it's like fire and then this lightning. These are really cool next to each other. So cool, cool, cool. All right, and then the house card, this is going to talk about the area of your life affected most. And it's the 11th house, where the cosmos grant wishes, luck, friends, and social occasions. So you got good fortune and luck. So 5 years ago, you were super lucky, very fortunate, very social, having a good time, like I said, with friends. Maybe you were in high school 5 years ago, or you just really were involved with friends and social occasions. I feel like you were going after your wishes, or a lot of wishes you had were being granted. So just like a lot of fun energy for you guys. I love it. All right, and I like the color scheme. So yeah, you seemed like a very balanced person. You got a lot what you wanted, and it's probably due to this awakening. Okay, I'm gonna try to get this like light a little bit better. I don't know, guys. I guess that's as good as it's gonna get. I'm sorry. It's really late here. All right, so then we have your unicorn card, and you got future. Let go of the past and move forward. And look at this dude. So I feel like you may have had to let go of a past partner in order to, here we go, there we go. See, it's the shadows of these little dudes. I don't know. Anyways, you might have had to let go of someone from the past in order to bring this new person into the future. Maybe this person you are with now, who knows? But yeah, you definitely were letting go of past things so you could move forward. And there's an 11 here, and to 11 to me is spiritual awakening. The reason it's that to me is because when I first started to awaken, I would see 11 all the time. So when I see 11 now, that's just a signal, my personal preference, that means like an awakening. So that kind of goes along with Uranus, and it's funny, kind of went on top here. All right, I love it. You guys are awesome. I feel like you are definitely on the spiritual journey, or you know, some type of path, because it says discover your life purpose, and this is your healing card. So I feel like 5 years ago you were on the hunt for your life purpose, or you discovered your life purpose 5 years ago. That could be that as well. And this is also an 11. How cool is that? Because it's a 29, and a 2 and a 9 is 11. So 11, like I just said, cool synchronicity. But yeah, so one of your wishes could have been finding your life purpose, and this was granted for you. But yeah, beautiful energy, all positive. This is looking really good, guys. And then you got complicated. Okay, so I'm going to pair this with the witchlings to get some more information. Beauty. When beauty is felt within, your gorgeous will glow. And then this is a mirror. So maybe 5, oh my gosh, guys, another 11. That is crazy. What the heck? Cool. All right, anywho, and the 11th house, that is the nutsest thing ever. Oh my God, I'm tripping right now. This is the coolest ever. That's like 11. Wow. Okay, I'm so sorry, guys, but that is just like the coolest thing to me. 11s are like my favorite numbers. Okay, so maybe you had a complicated image of self. Maybe you had a little bit of self-esteem issues, and you didn't really see yourself for who you are, or who you really are, until this awakening. So I feel like this is your healing here. This is something that you overcame to discover your life purpose. I feel like maybe you had just a tainted view of your own beauty. You didn't really see yourself as beautiful as you really are. And I know I struggled with self-esteem issues in the past, and I just still do today. So I can totally relate to this. Not seeing yourself for who you really are. You couldn't see yourself as others seen you. But, you know, I feel like you did overcome this. We'll find out in your present. And then you have incubation. Yeah, I feel like this was the start of your spiritual awakening, start of your path, start of your rebirth. I feel like 5 years ago is when you really started rebirthing yourself and transforming. This card comes out all the time for me. I barely even see any of the other cards from this deck. Even when I do like pick a cards on other people's channels who have this, who has it, it's Charmed Intuition Tarot. I'm sure you guys know her. She's amazing. She does little charms on the side. Check her out if you haven't. I'd be super surprised if you hadn't. But yeah, she got these cards as well, and this is the card that I drew from the pick a card. So I see this card all the time, so I can totally resonate with this. You know, I also reference it to like the caterpillar stage, before you become the butterfly, really cocooning and developing yourself into something new and beautiful. All right, and this is your romance angel, and it says, stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring romance. And you definitely seem to be in that positive thinking vibe, you know, attracting a good time, having a good time, being social, being with friends, working on yourself. So you definitely were on the right track to attracting a very beautiful romance. So let's see if your romance, this future hubby hub, is in the future. We'll check it out. So let's see if he's in your present. You already know. I don't know, but we'll see. All right, so let's check out your present now. So this is your zodiac card for your present situation. So this is going to talk about your universal energy, your overall energy. And you have Virgo. The energy is dutiful, hesitant, and humble, with the discriminating, diligent, and painstaking air. So I feel like you're working on your crops right now. You know, you have planted your seeds. I feel like you are reaping some benefits of things that you've done in the past. I feel like you still may be a little bit of a perfectionist and maybe a little bit hard on yourself, but you have found something to put your focus in, because you definitely are harvesting some type of reward. All right, and the energy, this is your planet card. So this is the part of your personality currently being affected. And you have Mars, your physical energy, drive, strength, and fighting spirit. Yeah, I feel like you're really working hard on something, you know. You have all the drive that you need and strength, and maybe there are some situations on the negative side where you have had to bring out that fighting spirit and really fight for your place and bring that inner strength out in order to overcome some obstacles. That is also very possible. Okay, and then you have your house card. So this is the area of your life currently being affected. And you have the 7th house. The area of your life is about long-term significant partners, romance, business, and family. Yes, guys, so maybe this is your future hubby hub. If not, he is definitely on the way, somebody long-term, something permanent. It says as well this could be a business or something to do with family, but I feel like it's like that future partner, because I was like wondering if that person is it, and it seems like 5 years ago you were in the right kind of mindset to attract something like this, like the yin to your yang. I don't know if you guys can see this card, but it's like a yin yang, and there's two people in the middle. So yeah, this energy just got me super excited, guys. So if you haven't met your one, you could be very, very, very soon, because this is your current energy. So just keep fighting, keep, you know, doing what you're doing. You're going to be rewarded, or you are being rewarded, and you're just kind of gathering up your gifts. And yeah, I'm super excited for you guys. Let's see what else we get. It says prompting, call a friend today. So yeah, I guess just a little side message. Currently you need to call somebody. If there's somebody that's been on your mind and maybe you guys haven't talked in a really long time, it's telling you, you know, maybe connect with this person. It could have some type of significance for you. All right, and this is your healing card. So the energy you're currently healing. Ooh, you got the sexual arts, number 33. So yeah, you are healing something involving your sexuality, or maybe you're learning what it's like to be in a healthy sexual relationship, or, you know, connecting with someone in like on a deep spiritual level through sex. I always struggle with the sexual card, you guys. This is one of my blocks. So yeah, there's your card. Okay, so then we got trapped. So you may feel a little bit trapped or confined by something currently. Maybe that's why you need that fighting spirit to come out, that Mars energy. You currently have this energy around you. That part of your personality is ready to be activated. So if you're feeling trapped, it's time to bust through the bars, okay? You are the messenger. You are the raven. You are, you know, a divine being of light, and you do not need to be trapped anywhere you do not want to be. You have that fight inside of you, that passion, and you have the ability to get out of any circumstance that makes you feel confined or trapped, okay? And then you have clarity. Clearing your mind brings you closer with sacred inner wisdom. Yeah, so maybe that's going to help you get out of that trapped feeling, getting that clarity, clearing your mind, and really, you know, figuring out, you know, how you can remove yourself from this person, place, or thing, okay? Connecting to that inner wisdom. You know, first we must still the mind, which can be difficult. So just keep doing your best. And then we have spell, manifestation. Okay, this is telling you right now that your manifestation skills are at an all-time high, okay? So get to writing, get to thinking, get to visualizing, get to working on your, you know, what it is that you want. I feel like you've already manifested a whole lot in your life, and, you know, you've been rewarded for that. And maybe you are trying to manifest this like long-term relationship. If you're single, if you are in a partnership, this could be business, could be any of your manifestations. This card is a confirmation to you that right now your abilities are at an all-time high, okay? So don't be stuck in this trapped and, you know, guarded energy. Allow yourself to break free. All right, and your love card is express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Okay, so if you're in a relationship, really express yourself. Tell this person how you're feeling. Be vulnerable. Go ahead and open up. It's telling you it's safe. And if there's somebody you have your eye on and you're single, this is letting you know to open up. Go ahead and make that move. Or, you know, give a sign or something if you're not comfortable making the first move, but give kind of some type of signal to this person and that this is safe, and to just, it's okay to be vulnerable. All right, so now we are going to look at your future energies, which is my favorite part because, I don't know, I just like future readings. They're fun. So let's see what's going to happen 5 years from now. How much is going to change? So once again, your zodiac card is going to talk about the overall energy 5 years from now. Ooh, and you got Capricorn. The energy around you is serious, materialistic, and hardworking. So you're definitely going to be very serious about your business. You're going to be working really hard to, you know, obtain material items, house, car, whatever it is you're trying to make some, you know, make some stability in your life. You'll definitely be climbing that mountain. You won't mind hard work to get to where you want to be. Okay, so it's going to be, you're really going to be working hard 5 years from now. And then this is the planet card. So once again, this is going to be the area of your personality affected. And it says Mercury, how you think, communicate, write, talk, and travel. So how you communicate could be very effective, like could be changing. Maybe you'll be writing, talking, speaking to others, doing some traveling. You'll definitely be working very hard. Maybe something to do with your work is going to involve how you write, talk, or communicate, okay? Maybe you'll be expressing your own unique thoughts with the world. It's definitely to do with communication. Communication is going to be really big for you in the future. This could involve like pretty much anything. All right, and then you have the 10th house. Your achievements and status on the outside world, and this is the area of your life that's going to be affected. So excited for you guys. So yeah, you are going to be known for your achievements and your status. Your status is going to be raised. So I think this goes along with Capricorn, because Capricorn really likes to be known, likes their status, like, you know, to have high status and to be the best, and they always want to win. So yeah, lots of blue here. Communication is going to be huge. It's very peaceful energy. But yeah, you're going to be known for something. Your achievements are going to be recognized and your status is going to be boosted. Probably due to all this hard work and that beautiful mind. All right, then you have hope. Look with new eyes and create the change that awaits you. So maybe there was some type of time that you're going to go through that's going to be a little bit difficult and seem a little bit stormy and chaotic, but you are going to be able to find that glimmer of hope, probably transform yourself again. But you know what? Look here. I feel like you were in the incubation stage, I think, on this one. Let me check it. Let's see. Right? Where's it at, guys? Sorry, I want to show you this. Well, anyways, so you were in the incubation stage, and now here is the butterfly. Okay? So you have 5 years from now, you'll have completed that beautiful transformation. And this is the healing card that you will be experiencing 5 years from now, or defeating. Most likely you will be overcoming this or going through, you know, starting to go through this 5 years from now. And it's the whole in the soul. So you are going to be learning how to be completely whole within yourself. To accept all pieces of yourself. You know, to not leave any parts of you in the shadows. To lovingly embrace all your experiences, whether they be good or bad. You're really going to be learning how to be one and whole with yourself, and allowing these any kind of defense mechanisms that you have to protect yourself to fall away, because they are no longer necessary, because you are whole and there's nothing to protect or defend. You're going to be very complete in yourself. All right, and then you have cycles. So you are definitely going to be aware of the different cycles that you go through in life, and I feel like this is what's going to bring you to wholeness. See how the moon is like barely there and then it becomes whole here. So I feel like this is your journey. You know, you started out in that egg stage and you just slowly started brightening yourself up until you're completely whole. Like I said, and this says whole in the soul and right next to a whole moon. So you're definitely going to be shining completely bright with no holes in your soul. You'll be doing a lot of healing. And I feel like that's due to the fact that you are going to recognize the cycles that are self-destructive and non-beneficial and non-serving to you. And you're going to be able to break free of these cycles so you can be fully whole. All right, then you have luck with clear direction for what you want to achieve. You're summoning energies that bring you good luck. So you're going to continuously be lucky your whole life, apparently, because I feel like your first card was Saggy. I don't want to get crazy with these cards again, but let's see. I think this one's Saggy. Oh, there's the incubation card. See, guys? I told you. Now it wants to pop up. But yeah, Sagittarius. So lucky. Lucky came up 3 times. So you're going to continuously be lucky because you have a clear direction and you know what you want to achieve and you're willing to work hard for it. So it's not really luck. It's more of like a blessing, but you'll appear to be so lucky. And then you have your rebirth. Like I told you guys, you're rebirthing yourselves. You went all the way from this incubation stage to your rebirth, your transformation, becoming the butterfly that's here. Like I said, you are going to be reborn, a whole new person, totally whole and complete. Exciting. And then your romance angel is make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So I feel like 5 years from now, you will already be with that person, that sweet, kind, genuine love. And this is going to be somebody you're willing to make the effort for. Like you're willing to take the extra steps for. You're willing to go all out for, because you just adore them and they adore you. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Hopefully I'll be able to cut out the parts where I like shuffle the cards, or maybe it won't be that big of a deal once I watch it. I don't know, guys, but if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you like, comment down below how this resonated for you guys. It was super fun to do this reading. I really enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. All right, those of you who chose number 3, the green and purple and clear stone, this reading is for you guys. So first we're going to start off with you 5 years ago, and then we'll look at you now, and then we'll look at you 5 years from now. So the first card we have is the Zodiac card, and this is going to talk about the overall energy surrounding you 5 years ago. And you have Scorpio. This energy is intense, masterful, thoughtful, and magnetically charming, but also secretive and possessive. So 5 years ago, things were probably super intense for you, especially when it comes to the emotions. Depending on what side of this energy you were on, you could have been very possessive and secretive, or also very nurturing and caring. Yeah, very intense though. No matter what, 5 years ago was super intense for you guys, especially when it involves the emotions. All right, and this is the Planet card. This card is going to talk about the part of your personality that was being affected most 5 years ago. And you got Cryon, your healing power, empathy, and the ability to teach or learn remedies. So I feel like you're a very empathic person. You probably always have been, and I feel like you were learning about your abilities 5 years ago, maybe coming into understanding yourself a little more and being able to learn, and maybe in the future you're going to be able to teach this to others, teach these healing remedies. But yeah, I feel like you were big into healing or learning to heal yourself. All right, and then the House card is going to talk about the part of your life that was most affected 5 years ago. And you have the 12th house, the area of your life that is overwhelming. You yield to a greater cause of power. So there may have been a circumstance in your life 5 years ago where things were super overwhelming. And that's probably what made you turn to, this healing within yourself. Maybe things were, you were on the darker side of the Scorpio energy. But I feel like you were just learning about, healing yourself and to have more faith and allowing to give things to a higher power. Maybe you were first coming into like your spirituality, or, learning about greater forces than yourself to help yourself heal. Okay, so then we have the, I love it, the Unicorn card, and it says mystery. Explore the unknown and the unexpected awaits you, which is cool because Scorpio is super mysterious. So yeah, it's cool that you got mystery. So you may have treaded an unknown territory. You decided to go to an unknown path. Maybe you took a path that others weren't expecting you to take. You kind of shocked people by the mysterious moves that you made. You made some moves that people really couldn't predict in the past. All right, and this is your healing card. This is something you are currently learning or working on 5 years ago, and you got alchemy. So I feel like you're just kind of like this diamond in the rough, and you really were put under a whole lot of pressure in the past. But how diamonds are made is from coal that is just pressed and compact until it becomes a diamond, from what I'm aware of. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. And see here, she's holding this diamond, and under all the pressure and trials and experiences that were really heavy and hard on you, it molded you into this diamond. You were able to transform yourself, transform a lot of negative experiences into something beautiful. And I feel like this is something you are healing and learning how to do. And then you have movement. So yeah, I feel like a whole lot was going on for you. You weren't staying in one place. You're very active. You probably were very busy 5 years ago. You didn't really have a lot of downtime, you know, always on the go. Maybe you worked multiple jobs, or you were in school and had a job, or just, you know, you had a whole lot going on for you 5 years ago. And then you got wisdom. Inner wisdom nurtures the skills necessary to see through all possibilities. Yeah, I feel like you were kind of studying, gaining wisdom through your experiences, really getting to know yourself and your environment. I feel like you spent a lot of time involved in your interests, you know, studying your interests. I don't feel like this is like a school thing. It could be, but it was more like involved about like things that you were really interested in, and learning more about them. And then you got spirit initiation. So I feel like 5 years ago, you really started finally connecting to your spirit, releasing some chains that really had bound you and, you know, held you down for your whole life. You know, you didn't even realize you were carrying around this chain with these huge balls, like the ball and chain. That's what I keep seeing. And it's like you came into some type of enlightenment or information where you were able to kind of see these chains and these bounds and these things holding you back. And I feel like that's what caused you to want to go into this transformation phase. All right, and then you have your romance angels. So 5 years ago, it says reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. So 5 years ago, you could have connected with somebody from your past, So we're already talking about your past. So in your past, this would have been somebody from your past. So it could have been a friend, an old lover. You might have rekindled an old romance. It could have been a high school sweetheart that you ran into. But yeah, there was definitely some rekindling romances from the past, in the past, 5 years ago. All right, so this is your past energies. And now let's look at you ladies now. All right, so once again, the first card is going to talk about the overall energy influencing you now. And you have Aquarius. The energy is freedom-loving, rebellious, idealistic, and technological. So maybe you do things online like YouTube. Maybe you're like really rebellious. You kind of go against the grain. You do your own thing. You're very quirky and different. I feel like you're not afraid to be different. You're very eccentric. You know, just free, and you have tons of ideas that you want to share with the world, and you just want to communicate your truth. So beautiful energy. Then you have, this is your planet card. This is the part of your personality being affected most in this current time. And you have Jupiter, your confidence, courage, self-belief, and luck. So currently, you know, the part of you that's being affected most is your confidence. So you're gaining more confidence, you're becoming more courageous, you're really believing in yourself now, and you're feeling really lucky. So I feel like this transformation that you went under was successful, and you're willing to take that leap of faith. You're kind of diving into your creative, you know, your creativity, and you're really soaring above your problems and being able to see the bigger picture, the bigger perspective. Yeah, I love it. All right, so then we have the house card, and this is going to talk about the area of life that's affected most now. The 8th house, this transformational area of your life is about shared resources and intense emotions. Super cool, because you guys got the Scorpio card, which is ruled by the 8th house. So that's super, super awesome. I also think that Jupiter is the 12th house. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I think Jupiter rules the 12th house as well. So the energy is still there with you. You're still going through transformations in your life right now. It's very intense still. You know, I feel like you're still kind of exuding that same energy, except for you have this confidence in yourself. You know, you're not holding back. All right, then you have birth. Be receptive to a new idea, child, or situation. And I just take this card as rebirth of yourself. since you've been going through this transformation for such a long time, you know, over about 5 years, you really are rebirthing a new version of yourself and showing that to the world. So, and I feel like partnerships are very important to you right now. Maybe in the past you hadn't really wanted to settle down and become committed, but I feel like you are really thinking about committing here. And maybe possibly getting married, and that idea might not have interested you in the past. All right, and this is your healing card for your present energies, and it says wild. So this card talks about a wild, untamed spirit within yourself that's waiting to be released, that's waiting to show the world, like this woman in her sexy, provocative red dress, just like this wild, intense light inside you that you just want to show the world. There's so much more that you have to show the world, and it's just, you know, like about to explode out of you. You're this wild, untamed beast within needs to be released. Express yourself. And then you got understanding. I think that you've come to an understanding about past experiences that you have undergone and are really liberated and freed from the heavy energies and the feelings that they used to give you. And you're really liberated, and you have a deep understanding of yourself and your experiences, you know, in your environment. You're becoming more aware. This spirituality that you've developed has really helped you along the way. And then you have relaxation. Stop your world from spinning by partaking in well-deserved moments of relaxation. So if you're not currently doing this card is just giving you a little advice for this present moment. Don't forget to take those times to relax and recharge yourself and replenish yourself. I know this is definitely advice for me, because sometimes I never take the time to relax, pamper myself, and do things that make me happy, and just take that time to unwind and recharge. So just don't forget. And then you have magic circle, protection. So your manifestations, your wishes, they're protected, and you know, the angels have your back, the universe has your back. You don't have to hold all these things so close to you. As soon as you give them a little bit of leeway, and you know, don't hold so tightly onto the outcome of that manifestation, it's really gonna flourish. So, and also I'm hearing like, try to save your money a little bit. Don't stand on your money a bit. But yeah, don't hold on to these manifestations so tightly. You're already protected. It's already yours. Don't worry about how you're gonna get there and how the outcome will be. Give it a little bit of flexibility. And then you have, for your angel romance card, you have worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So if you know that there is someone out there for you, and you just feel like you've been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and you know deep within yourself, like there's just someone that you know is just truly right for you, and it's telling you this, like, divine timing is at play here. You know, the universe, the higher power wants you to be ready for this union, you know, wants you to be healed and be the best version of yourself for this person. I feel like you've been going under a whole lot of self-development with these transformations, and I feel like you'll actually thank the universe, thank your higher power that you did have to wait here for this divine union, because you really want to give your best version of yourself to this person. So you'll be grateful for the learning experiences and the trials that you have now, in order to prepare yourself for the love that's coming for you, and it's going to be divinely guided and played out in the proper moment. So this wait is actually something really to be grateful for. Now, if this has to do with a troubling relationship, same thing there, you know, Divine timing is going to be at play if you really do feel deeply in your heart that this person is for you, that you're both just kind of going through a healing. I don't condone any like unhealthy relationships, but if you guys have been kind of struggling to balance the energies, but it's still a healthy relationship, it's telling you, you know, this relationship is worth the wait. It's worth, you know, the hard work here. All right, so that is your present energy, guys. All right, so now we're on to the future, which is my favorite part. And once again, the first card we got is the Zodiac card. So this is going to be the overall energy for you 5 years from now. And you have Gemini. The energy is communicative, mischievous, lively, witty, and informative. Stimulating exchange is possible. So I feel like you're going to be socializing quite a bit, communicating. Communication is going to be huge for you. You're going to be really witty, humorous. You're going to have a lot of information to share with others, and I feel like you are going to be able to stimulate people with your conversation. I feel like that's going to be your main, you know, theme, is your gift for gab or your words in some way. Maybe you'll be teaching others, you know, just some way with your voice, your words. Maybe you write poetry, books, make music, something of that sort. Okay, and then you have the Planet card, and this card is going to talk about the part of your personality that's going to be affected most 5 years from now. And it says the Moon, your unconscious, sensitive inner emotions and responses. So I feel like you're really going to be balancing, have your subconscious mind in harmony with your conscious mind and your intentions. You know, I feel like you're going to be able to have released a lot of those belief patterns that weren't serving you, and kind of have a clear, brand new, fresh start, a new program for you to run on that's more healthy for you. I feel like you're going to be very in tune and connected with your intuition. You're not going to be afraid of those deep emotions. I feel like you're going to have a very good balance of your masculine and your feminine energy. Even though this is just the Moon, I just got that there. This kind of looks like an eclipse to me. That's why I thought that. But yeah, living a lot from your heart, speaking from your heart, communicating from your heart, but being just very in tune and being able to verbalize that. All right, and then you have the House card, and this card is going to talk about the part of your life that's going to be most affected. And then you have the first house, what people see and the impressions you give. So how people see you and the impressions you give is going to be totally different 5 years from now, and I think in the most beautiful, positive light. I feel like you're really going to be able to communicate, you know, deep emotions, communicate with your intuition, really have a heart-based communication skills. And this is really going to change how people see you, because I feel like you might have had a little bit of rocky past, and 5 years from now you're really going to be changed. You know, your status amongst others is going to be looked at different. The way you look at yourself is going to be different. I feel like you're going to have a lot more self-love and passion. And then you have perspective. Examine your situation from a higher perspective. So I feel like 5 years from now, you are really going to be able to look at situations from all perspectives and all sides, and really find easy resolutions to problems that used to trouble you in the past or currently are troubling you now in your current energy. I feel like you're going to be able to kind of see the bigger picture a lot more. Like I said, with that Jupiter energy, you soar above the problems and kind of see what's really happening, what really is, and what could be. And then the energy you're going to be healing 5 years from now is letting go. So 5 years from now, the healing you're going to be conquering and is letting go. You're going to learn the act of letting go. I feel like there had probably was, like I said, a troubled past, or, you know, dark experiences or people, places, things, just situations that have died, like are no longer in your life, are no longer serving you, you know, darker energies, I feel like you're going to learn to let go of. I feel like you're not going to grasp so tightly onto things that don't serve you. I feel like you really are going to be able to leave the past in the past and never look back. You're going to allow the past to be the past, the darkness of the past to be the darkness of the past, and really let go of these things and move on. Because, you know, we cling real tightly to negative experiences and relive them over and over. And we need to be clinging to these beautiful memories and letting go of these experiences and not clinging so tightly with them and identifying with them. We must, you know, release them. These experiences, people, places, and things, they are not us. They are not what defines us. And we need to release them. And I know this is going to be my biggest life lesson, is letting go. I really struggle with this. You know, when I care about someone or something, it is extremely difficult for me to let go. I know this is my biggest life lesson here, so I can really relate with this one. All right, then you have belonging. So 5 years from now, you're really going to feel like you belong. So if you've always felt like an outsider, an outcast, never really fit in, you're definitely going to find your place in the world. You're definitely going to feel like you belong. You're going to see, you know, life more in rose-colored glasses, very sweetly, you know, very optimistic. Really going to feel at home. And then you have euphoria. Euphoria is a cosmic connection to the magic within and around you. So very euphoric. You're going to have tons of admirers. You're going to have a great time. You're going to find your place in the world. And you're just going to be very euphoric. I feel like you're going to be living on a natural high because you're just feeling so great because you've done all these transformations and it just really turned out beautifully for you. Like you really did it. You're able to achieve all that happiness and self-worth and just everything you accumulated up until this point 5 years from now is really going to leave you in a beautiful euphoric state. I think of just surrender. All right, and then you have embolic awakening. Yes, guys. So if you've been on a spiritual path or you're going through an awakening, you're going to be experiencing another massive awakening 5 years from now. So we're always awakening more and more and more. So this is going to be a huge theme for your life. You know, once you start to wake up, you will continue to wake up. So yeah, awakening is on the horizon for you guys if you have not already woken up. And yeah, it's going to be beautiful. You're going to see the truth and really be able to create your best life and become the best version of yourself and be so blessed. And then the romance angel card you got is getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, the bond deepens. So cool. So this person, if you're single, the one that was worth waiting for, you're definitely going to be getting to know each other by this point. You could be getting together sooner, but 5 years from now, you're really going to be deepening your bond with this new person. Now, if you're in a relationship and and it was still healthy, but you're waiting for things to kind of even out between you two were probably going through a healing or whatnot. Like I said, I don't condone unhealthy relationships. So only if this was healthy and it's like, you know, this is worth the work, this is worth waiting for. You guys are really going to deepen your bond. You're going to get to know each other on a deeper level. You know, if you're already with your person, 5 years from now, it's going to get even deeper. And I feel like you're going to really be able to open up and be vulnerable and reveal yourselves to one another. And you're really going to feel like this is someone you belong with. Yeah. So guys, I loved this reading. Now I'll tell you why. Because I also picked number 3. Usually I don't pick one until after, but I was so drawn to that crystal. And so this reading is super exciting for me. Like, honestly, this is like all my dreams come true. Like, I couldn't ask for anything better. Totally resonates with me. It was crazy because you guys know I'm Scorpio. And yeah, it was amazing. And I didn't look at any of the cards prior to any of these decks, prior to filming. And it was amazing how well my intuition did, and I would love to hear from you guys if you chose this pile too, because you have no idea how much alike and this resonated for you, of course. If this resonated for you, we are so similar, and I would love to connect with you. So leave me a comment. Let me know how it did resonate for you. Like this if it did, for sure, and subscribe if you guys want to see more videos like this. And yeah, I'm super excited about the future, and you guys should be too. Bye.